welcome to the Finding Nebo podcast, where we talk about all things Nebo School District. We are your hosts, Lindsay Hughes.
And Seth Sorensen.
And we are excited to talk about Ghost Stories, our infamous Halloween episode.
This is one of our favorite episodes of the year. It's one of our most listened to.
It is our most listened to episode for sure.
Probably be our most viewed now.
Agreed. Yes. Now that we can see each other. We've always been able to see each other.
Yes. It's just
Nobody
been
can
able
see
to see us, but
yes,
we've been able to see each other.
Yeah. Always. And we have a guest, a special guest. This is Sarah Sumsion.
Yes.
Sarah, tell our viewers, I was going to say listeners, but now we get to say viewers. Tell our viewers a little bit about yourself before we get into ghosts.
Okay. Yeah. I've lived here in Utah County most of my life.
Okay.
I've been in Springville, Mapleton most of my life. And I've got 4 kids and 3 grandkids. I have a fabulous husband, but he was really born to be a grandpa. So
I love it.
It's so fun having all the family close and nearby.
Seth would say the same thing.
Grandkids are the best.
They are the best. They are the best. And now I've been a 6th grade teacher, Title I staff developer, and now I'm an instructional coach at Sage Creek Elementary.
Sage Creek,
yeah,
awesome.
Yeah,
that is where I started my teaching career.
Excellent.
So
it's a great
I have
day
a
to
fondness
be a
in
dragon.
my heart for Sage Creek.
Yeah.
The only connection I have to Sage Creek is I hired a kindergarten teacher 2 weeks into school, and now she's a 1st grade teacher at Sage Creek.
Oh.
Okay, so Seth knows why you're here.
Yeah.
I don't.
Okay.
I mean, I know why, but also not. So
don't know the story.
I don't. And we last year only had people on that talked about ghost stories, except for Seth, in Nebo School District. So first of all, is this a ghost story? Second, is it in Nebo School District or is it somewhere else?
It is somewhere else.
Okay.
It is, and it's kind of a ghost story, but where it came about is I lived in a haunted house.
No, you didn't.
Wow.
And the whole community knew it as the haunted house. And this was in southern Nevada. And it's a very small little town called Logandale, Nevada. And everybody knew it was the haunted house, including my dad, who was born and raised there. And so I called him last night. I talked to my mom. I was like, what stories do you guys have from the haunted house? So they all had some stories that they shared, and I've done a little research on this haunted house as well. So it's not necessarily my ghost stories, but
a collection of stories.
Yes.
So your dad knew it was a haunted house before moving in.
Okay, I was going to ask that.
Yes, we knew.
So he lived there, and then he didn't, not in the house, but he lived in that town, knew that was the haunted house, and was like, you know what, this is going to be a great place to raise a family.
Yes.
I think I saw that movie. It didn't end well.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. I think I've heard this storyline.
Yeah.
But yet you're here today, so that's
yes.
Yes.
There, I was a mom with 3 little kids under the age of 6, and I just had to not think about it. I was like, it's just a house. It's just a house. And this community was small enough, and we needed a rental. We needed somewhere to live. So it was like, this was available. It was the right price. It was in the area. It's not like there were many options. It was a very small community. So I'm like, okay, we're living in the haunted house. All right. I did bring pictures, but I don't know if that's something.
Yes.
Oh, you will put that up.
Definitely want to see pictures.
Okay, tell us. First of all, describe the house.
Okay.
Also tell us, why was it called the haunted house? And then we want to hear your stories.
Yeah. The house was built, it was like 1909. I think they have a photo from 1909.
Oh, cool.
It was an experimental farmhouse where they were experimenting with what crops could grow in this tiny little farming community. And I asked my dad, I said, now you took your dates there, right? And he goes, oh yeah, everybody did. Everybody took our dates there because it was the haunted house.
Because it was the haunted house.
And I said, how did it get the name? How did that come about to be a haunted house?
Yes.
And he said, we just all knew that it was the haunted house, and it's because it sat vacant for so many years.
Okay.
So somewhere between this experimental farmhouse time period until
you rented it?
Yeah. My dad graduated in 1964, so somewhere, in the 50s, 60s, it was vacant, and so that's what they did. They took their dates there, and they tried to, just enjoy the spooky scariness. Who knows? Maybe the girls would cling to him or something.
I'm sure that's what it
Yeah,
was.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, that is why you take a date to a haunted house.
So
Yes.
if you didn't call it the haunted house, like I just imagine a house in 1909. I bet it has charm. I bet it's darling. I probably would be like, yes, I'd love to live in that house.
Yeah. I mean, I thought it was a very cute looking house too. It's
Okay.
just a block, very little. The only scary thing for us is how excruciatingly hot it would get in the house. I mean, Southern Nevada,
Oh,
and it
yeah.
didn't have insulated walls, so but it was just a block house, 2-story. It had a I think they call it a hip roof, where all four sides
Four
go down.
sides, yeah.
Okay.
And the attic was finished enough that you could go up in there and put stuff and stand and walk around.
Oh,
Had a
wow.
basement
There
that
were
I
no
would
mannequins
not
in
go
the
in.
attic, right?
Nope, it was empty. It was empty, other than maybe mice.
But the
But
basement you
basement,
wouldn't go
I
in,
would
so
not go
was
in.
it empty?
I think we ended up having to put like our freezer down there. So whenever I needed something, I
Oh,
had to send my
you still
husband.
had
It
to-
was one of those where you had to go out of the house and back into the basement.
Okay.
That was too much for me.
Okay.
But
So when you told
Okay.
people where you lived,
Yeah.
did you tell
Yes.
them we live in the haunted house?
Yes. And in fact, there's another coach in the district that is from that same area. And I said, if I said the haunted house, would you know what I was talking about? Oh yeah. Like that's what
my
it was known.
gosh.
Yeah.
Do people still live there?
I'm assuming yes,
Okay.
because yes, it's had some periods of vacancy, but it seems like it was under a property manager when we were in it, so it was just a rental. And maybe if you were new, it would be easy to get you in because
Yeah.
you didn't know
Yeah.
if you were the new people in town.
Okay, tell us some stories.
Yes.
Okay. So some of the stories, one that my dad had told was that, taking the dates there and scaring them or feeling scared together. When that happened so frequently, it was bothersome to neighbors and people, so the police were called. Well, they knew the police were coming, so everybody took off, but one kid kind of stayed behind. And what my dad had said is when the police pulled up, this kid took off through a different door, and according to my dad, who probably was exaggerating a little bit, was nearly decapitated. And we're like, what? Well, I think he hit some sort of a line, a clothesline, a power line, a wire, because it's a farming community, that just knocked him flat. But according to my dad, he goes, but that just added to the lore,
Yeah.
You know?
Yes.
added to the story. So that was my dad's experience. My mom told me that because they lived there again, my parents lived there again as a married couple, because I was born and raised there.
Okay.
And my mom said that she knew a woman that had lived there, and her mother had died in the home. And people had thought they had seen the mom going by the staircase, looking up the staircase, going past it. So some of that. The news article I read that was published in the Moapa Valley Progress, which is their local newspaper.
Did it call it the haunted house?
Yeah,
Even in the newspaper?
yeah.
That is so
I
funny.
have the article too. I can show you that and you can see. But it talked about how people had reported like rocking chairs starting to rock unprovoked, feeling like they were hearing voices or whispering in the wind. The one that really creeped me out was they thought someone reported seeing a woman holding a child's skull. I was like, okay, that's I don't know how much truth there is to that, but enough that maybe people wouldn't want to live in the haunted house. But there was also a cemetery, maybe I want to say a 10-minute walk, not very far, and
Okay.
people thought they saw like an apparition or a ghost or a woman walking from the house to the cemetery. So those were some of the stories. And there was a PE teacher in 1969 who, because the house was vacant, they used it for a haunted house, like a spook alley.
I would do that too.
And she would tell stories in PE class about like these scary ghost stories. And so that just kept feeding it and feeding it.
Yeah.
And so people started thinking, no, it's not haunted. That was just the teacher telling those. And it just, the teacher and me, I'm like, can you imagine telling all these spooky, scary stories to your students? And
That is
That wouldn't
funny.
go well
I think
nowadays.
we'd get a few phone calls.
yeah, just
for
a few.
sure.
Yeah.
Okay, anything creepy while you were living there? Did you ever feel, because sometimes
Yeah,
you can feel, well, I feel like people are watching me all the time, but that's because I like true crime, and I probably should
Yes,
stop
yes,
listening to
I
it because
know.
that's why I don't go running by myself outside. Like someone's gonna take me
That's right.
at 42 years
That's
old.
what, hey,
right? I
women
mean,
have to worry about that.
Yeah. But did you feel anything? Did you see anything?
I truly had to psych myself out because I was a mom previously that had scared myself when my husband worked graveyards.
Oh,
I would spook myself, and
Yeah,
I would
for
scare
sure.
myself to the point of almost being
yeah.
debilitated.
Yeah.
And so when we moved to the haunted house, I was just like,
No.
I had to just compartmentalize that. So other than the spooky basement,
Yeah.
and the excruciating heat, getting woken up to cows mooing so loud that you couldn't sleep, that was about the worst of it.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. Well, good.
Yeah.
Phew.
yeah.
I'm glad. I'm glad.
That's right. You
How
know,
long did you live there?
It was a good year.
Okay.
Yeah.
yeah, we had a house like that in the small town I grew up here in Spring
Yeah, but you
City.
actually had a
Oh.
ghost in your house.
Well, I'm a skeptic. I don't really believe in ghosts.
No.
But we had a haunted house there too, and it was called Crawford's, and it was vacant. It was vacant my whole childhood, and of course, there were rumors that that people were buried in the walls, and all those things that go along with haunted houses. And I don't think any of it was ever substantiated. But we would take our dates there.
Yeah.
People would go there on Halloween and hang out and all those kinds of things. So I can see, exactly what that house was like and kind of the aura that it presented in the community. And
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
can see that same thing. We lived on, it was a fairly new community because I remember growing up and we had one school, and then when they built the next school, then, half of us went there, and then they finally built the high school. So it was a brand new community. But up the road from our house, we would always go because it was the creepy house, and it was a cement house that was vacant, but there was a chair. And so, of course, we had a million stories of why there was one chair. Yeah.
It's always so odd.
But it's so funny to me that we as children, if anything is vacant, it's haunted or it's scary
Right.
or something,
Right. Right.
But I can see it. I can see mine. You can see your
Yeah,
haunted house.
yeah,
You can see
yeah.
the Crawford house.
Yes, Crawford. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Um,
To this day, if you go to Sanpete County and you use the name Crawford's, everyone will know the house. It's now lived in. Someone moved in, they revented or renovated it, redid the whole thing. And of course, everybody in the community was thinking they were insane for doing that because
it's
not-
the Crawford
haunted.
house. It's
People
haunted.
are buried
yeah.
in the walls. How could you do that? But
Well, they could debunk that by
yes,
looking in those walls.
Yeah.
I thought they should turn it into a haunted Airbnb and people would purposely stay there.
Like the house in Nephi.
Yes, yeah. What a great tourist attraction.
Yes.
That would be. Although I love all the scary, creepy, but I don't know if I could sleep in a house.
Yeah. Yeah.
Haunted-
I know.
haunted
I
house.
know. I know. And my husband was working in Vegas, and it was a 3-hour commute every day. So 3 hours
Oh.
less of him being home. So it really was just like, I'm not scared. It's
Oh
not
my
scary.
gosh,
It's
yeah.
fine. We're good. We're fine. Kids can sleep in another room. We'll be fine. And maybe there was
Bless
like
you.
I would see something in the window when I would drive away. Like, is that? That's just a reflection. Just a
Just a-
reflection.
yeah.
There's
Nobody's
nobody
there.
looking out from the attic. No.
No strange
Oh.
sounds. That's just
Yeah,
floorboards
yep,
creaking.
yep.
Yes,
That's just pipes.
yes.
That's just pipes. The
Yeah.
mice.
Or the mice. Oh.
I know. It was
Cows
something.
outside.
It was, yeah. It was quite a place to live. It was a great place, but
That is awesome. Sarah, thank you so much for coming on the
yeah.
podcast.
Thanks for having me.
We're so glad you filled out that form. We're hoping, our hope is that people read the Nebo News.
Yes.
We know you do.
Yes.
Yes.
So thank you.
You're welcome.
So we have a few viewers, one reader. We're good.
We are great.
This
I
is
know.
why we have our jobs.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
For a few people. Anyway, thank you for joining
Yes,
us.
thanks, Sarah. Okay, now, Dave, I know in our talking that you have a story. Can we get you to
really-
share that with our listeners?
A really scary story.
This is a chilling story.
Okay, tell us.
You've heard of Elf on the Shelf?
Yes.
Yeah.
On the Shelf.
Which they're creepy, yeah.
Because they're real.
All right,
Well, they are real.
They are.
And
they
I have
are.
proof.
Okay.
So we had family Christmas party. This is the last day of Elf on the Shelf. And he's hanging out on the Christmas tree.
Okay.
You know, way up high so he can
Just
see
watching
everything.
everyone. Mm-hmm.
And of course, Elf on the Shelf just watches
Yeah.
until he doesn't.
Uh-oh.
Our Elf on the Shelf jumped off the tree
What?
in the middle of our family party down to the floor to participate in the festivities.
So,
Wow.
was it the elf on the shelf coming to life, or was it a ghost?
That is the question.
Oh my gosh, that's scary. Do you still live there?
Yes.
Do you still have Elf on the Shelf visit?
Yes.
Has he moved since
He
then?
moves every night. Of course.
Okay, well, have you seen him
He
like you
moves
did?
on his own.
Yeah.
I mean, I can see a lot of similarities between Elf on the Shelf and poltergeists and those kind of things, right? They're always causing a little bit of mischief.
There's a reason in all the movies that the Elf on the Shelf is a little creepy.
Right.
That's true.
They're hiding out. They're always watching you.
Yeah, that's
right?
weird.
Always watching you.
Like the studio
It's
Yeah.
the same reason I'm convinced that Santa Claus is a vampire, right? Santa Claus only comes out at night.
Forever.
Only comes out at night. He lives forever.
Yeah, but he's jolly and nice, and he gives you presents.
Well, can't
'Cause he's
vampires
trying to
be
win you
jolly and
over.
nice?
I don't think I've seen a jolly, nice vampire
That's called
ever.
What about Jack
seduction.
Skellington? He was a skeleton and he was nice,
He wasn't
sort of.
jolly or fat.
Well,
Have you seen Santa Claus?
I mean,
So how do you know that's what he looks like?
right. I've only seen Santa's helpers and things in the mall, and I'm not
You
sure
know,
if
when
I've
I
seen the
was-
real one.
When I was a little girl and we would stay at my grandma's cabin up in the mountains, I saw the sleigh flying
Wow.
away from the house. I know I did. So have I seen him? Yes, in the sky, far away.
And he said, "Ho ho ho!"
I
Merry
didn't
Christmas
hear
to
that, but
all.
I'm sure that's what he was
All
saying.
good night."
I
Yeah.
think he says that after he leaves every house.
I mean, I think that's what he has
I
to
think
say.
he does. Yeah, it's just part of the mantra.
Yeah.
Pre-recorded.
He just presses the button. I mean, have you seen the Santa Claus movies? It's real.
So yes,
I believe
I think it's Tim Allen.
maybe.
I would like it to be Tim Allen.
Tim Allen might be a vampire.
We're going to have to agree to disagree. See how this works?
Yes.
We can disagree civilly.
And still be civil. Right.
We still like each other.
you jerk.
Well, I don't have to say what's in my head.
You know what I do like about this video format for not just our Halloween episode, but all of our episodes is we really have Dave as part of the
I
crew.
love
Dave
that.
can't get away. See,
No, he cannot.
Dave doesn't love being on camera, but in this setup, we can force him to be on camera.
Yes, we can, because when we start talking to him, he has to talk back.
Yes.
Yes, unfortunate.
We love it.
So coming back to my story, I'm an absolute firm believer of gravity.
Me too. I have
Okay.
experienced gravity enough that
Okay, I
believe in
it was
gravity.
probably gravity. You're right.
We're really excited to welcome our next guest. Some of you may follow them on Instagram at Two Ghosts to Post. They are our resident Nebo ghost hunters.
Yes.
Hollie and Kim, let's welcome them to the
Yay!
podcast. You may remember them. They were here. They've been here before, and we're excited to have them back. So before we jump into your ghost stories, let's have you each give a quick introduction to our now viewers. Now that we've
Okay.
moved
Yeah,
to
not
this
just
video
listeners.
I
format.
know, viewers.
Yes.
Yeah, last time I did this, it was just audio. And
Yes.
I told some of my own kind of personal stories. So I'm excited to be back. Thanks
We're
for-
glad to have
Thanks for
you.
inviting me. My name is Hollie Hullinger. Some of you might know me as Hollie Johnson because I was Johnson for years. I've been with Nebo for 25 years.
25 years.
25 years. I
Oh
started
my gosh.
at Santa Quinn Elementary and preschool. Loved it. And then moved to Landmark. Loved that. Now I'm here at the district office working in payroll.
And we're so glad you're
yes, thank you.
Yes.
So, yes, thanks for having
And
me.
you have a cute husband that you've been married
Cute
to for
husband,
8 years.
8 years.
Yes.
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 Yep.
Yeah.
Kim.
I'm Kim Adams. I worked for the district for 15 years. Started out in transportation, which can be its own spooky ghost story.
Yes, yes.
We might have to do an episode on that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Then I went to HR, and now I'm in payroll, which I love. And Holly and I have been fast friends from the beginning and found out that we have a love for the afterlife.
Yes, we do.
That is
Goes
awesome.
beyond.
So tell us about your Instagram account. We just
Okay.
found out about this.
Yes, I
But
thought
we
we
need
were
to know more.
friends.
We need to know more.
Yeah,
So we kind of started with a silly little, there was this ghost dress up in sheets on Instagram, and so we wanted to do our own little photo shoot. And then we went to the spooky house that's out in
Benjamin.
Benjamin.
Yes.
And,
Oh, the one right here by
Yes.
the viaduct. Or
Yes,
what?
yes.
yes, that is supposedly super haunted, but,
Yeah.
Okay. No, it wasn't.
Yeah.
we personally
Well,
didn't
we
see
actually
anything.
didn't get too close because there's,
Yeah, it's private property.
Yes.
So you don't trespass. That's
Yes,
good.
That is
yes,
good.
we do
That
not
is good.
trespass.
yeah.
Good job.
Yeah.
And so from there, we just found out different spooky places. Hollie's got a little sensitivity to the other side, and it's been really fun.
It's been so much fun. And we have found so many friends who are
Yes, you
also-
have.
Yes.
Yes, because we always invite friends
Yes, you
wherever
do.
we go.
Yes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
They're very inclusive.
Yes, yes, we are.
And I love that.
Anybody that wants to come with us, or if they know somewhere, yes. we
Because
would love to go
eventually
with
we're all going to be in the afterlife.
That is true.
Yes.
We are.
And we
That's
would
true.
want somebody saying hi to us. Too.
Yes. Tell me
That's
again,
true.
Instagram handle.
2 ghosts who post.
Two
Number
ghosts. Number two.
Two.
Two ghosts who post.
post.
Yep,
Love
all
it.
one
Okay.
word.
them. Yes.
Well, I'm a little sad I didn't know about it, but I will be
Okay.
giving you guys a follow.
Because Lindsay
Yes.
did get to go on.
I did go on a little ghost hunting
You
adventure.
did go on a ghost
Yes.
hunting adventure
Yes.
with us last Halloween.
Yes.
And that one, I have to say, was probably our most active one we've ever had.
Really?
Yes. Yes.
Wow.
The Whitmore Mansion
The
in
Whitmore
Nephi,
yes.
In
Utah.
Nephi, Utah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Very cool house.
Yes.
I
get
just maybe I
goosebumps
needed
just
to like
talking
stand
about it.
next to you because
You didn't?
although I got really lightheaded on that second
Yes, you
floor
did,
and
the
I had to
second floor,
leave. Like I was
yes.
like, I am gonna pass
Uh-huh.
out, which
The second floor had a lot of activity.
okay.
And the basement. Yes.
Yeah, I never made it to the basement.
Good thing, because you probably,
And the fact you were lightheaded
Is a sign.
is definitely a sign.
Yeah,
that
I was
you
like,
are-
I'm gonna throw up or pass out.
so we had a group of what, 20? There
We had a
was
lot.
It was
Yeah.
crazy. I think there
Yes.
was about 20
There was
of us.
about 20 of us that went, and they brought us right into, what did they call that room? Do you
Like a little
remember?
parlor.
Yes, the little parlor.
Something.
Yes, the parlor where
Yes.
they would put the caskets.
I mean,
Yes.
the parlor
Yes.
does sound.
The
spooky.
parlor.
It was spooky.
And
And
they put the
it's,
caskets
it's
for
actually an
viewing.
Airbnb, and I thought, oh, there's no way I would stay here. I was scared, and I've been in some pretty scary places.
Yeah, but I'm game for it. If
She was
anybody
good.
wants to come and stay at the Airbnb
Yeah, I
overnight with
think
me,
that would be.
I would be probably cuddling with Kim.
Yeah.
I've been trying to talk her into it. Come on, Holly.
I'm actually shocked that you would not
I-
stay. No,
I don't know about
You
overnights.
you like
like
to
going
visit
and then leaving.
and then
Yes,
leaving. Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
So they brought us into this, what did we call it, decide?
The parlor.
The parlor, thank you. And I sat down, and immediately I felt somebody playing with my ankles. And I looked back, and I think one of my friends was there, and I says, "Are you playing with my ankles?" And she says, "No." And yeah, the whole night. We were in the parlor room. They were playing with my ankles. And that same time, there was one that had their shoelaces untied.
Yeah, they got up and
Mhm.
they had tennis shoes on.
Yes.
And both of them were untied.
Untied.
And she told
Yes.
us that this little child ghost that's there, that's what they do. They play with your hair, pull it,
Yes.
or they untie your shoes.
That is funny.
And I did. I had my hair pulled and my ankles, and there was, and
Oh.
then it just went kind of on from there. What was the experience you had?
So one of the experiences of when we went down to the basement, and they'd used this for a spook alley before,
Yes.
and we're down in the basement, and I'm just like cold chills, head to toes, and I'm like, this is unusual for me.
Yeah.
And one of the girls who was with us, she's like, I smell cigarette smoke, like pipe smoke. And I have a really strong sense of smell, smelled nothing.
Yeah.
but she smelled that very strong.
Interesting.
And the man who had owned the house, he had died in another state, and when his body was brought back, that's where they stored him for the winter because they couldn't bury him until
Yes.
later.
Yes.
So bizarre.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I get
Wow.
why you would
Yeah.
have to do that, but also,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah, interesting.
where's Dad?
They probably could
Yeah,
have charged a
downstairs.
nickel for people to come see him too.
They maybe they did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People
So-
paid for that kind of entertainment.
And after we left, we're standing out, and I don't think Lindsay would mind me saying her name. Lindsay Downey in HR. We were standing outside talking, and we were looking at, did we go to all these rooms? And, we were just talking, and I felt a poke in my back. And I thought I'd backed up to a tree, and I turned around, the tree was really far, like a branch from a tree.
Okay.
And the tree was really far away, and I'm like, look over my shoulder, and she's like, what? And I'm like, I just thought I backed into the tree. And she goes, oh no, you're way far away from the tree. And I'm like, well, I backed into somebody that wasn't there that said, hey, I'm here.
Hey.
It was like,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
the first
Interesting.
real touching experience
Okay.
I've ever had.
Okay.
So I was
Yeah. There was a lot of
confirmed
people
believer.
had a lot of
A
experiences.
lot of different
there.
experiences. Yeah.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
and the next morning, our phones were blowing up.
Yes, in our
So,
group text,
In our
yes.
group text, some of the girls had gone home, and she's like, do I need to sage my house? I'm like,
Yes, I
terrified.
remember
Yes,
those
you remember
texts.
those
Yes.
texts?
she'd
Yes.
taken her
Mhm.
earrings out, put them in her jewelry box, and one was missing.
Uh-huh,
And she went back the next day, and one was gone.
yeah.
She's like, I know, I took both of them out and put them in the box. One was gone.
And that was one of the stories,
Yes,
is that
they played with
they
jewelry.
played with jewelry. Yes,
So she went out to her kitchen, and it's sitting on the kitchen counter.
yes.
She goes, I know for a fact I took them out,
Put
put
'em
them
where they're
both
supposed
in
to
my
go,
jewelry
yes.
box. The next day, one was gone, and that's where she found it. She was freaked out.
That is.
Yeah, so if you want
Mhm.
somewhere close, kind of perfect time for Halloween, are they still doing the tours?
I know. I was wondering if they
Yeah.
were.
They are smaller groups.
Okay.
Yeah,
They
So-
thought our group was too big.
yeah.
So you'll have to come to my shop sometime. And I'm a kind of a non-believer. Just I know we talked about that, but
Yes.
my shop where we put dinosaurs and fossils together is supposedly haunted. Somebody died there years ago, and they came in and they found him and whatever. But my shop manager, he's always telling me that, well, I put this right here last night, and he'll go and things are just in different places all the time. And we kind of noticed that, but I thought, I'm getting older. I just
I probably moved it.
Yeah.
Didn't
probably
remember.
forgot where I put it, but he's a little more organized. But he tells me all the time, somebody's moving things, and we have a security system,
You know
cameras,
who's in and
motion
out,
sensor.
yeah.
We know if somebody's there and nobody's there. So either he's starting to lose it like I am, or there's something else happening.
And
But-
don't you have another employee who will not go at night?
Yes, I have another
Oh.
employee that won't go at night, and they won't go into the back rooms without leave. They won't turn the lights off when they leave. But
Maybe
we
we
know
need
when
to
they've been
go.
there
Oh,
because
if this is an
the
I
lights
think you
are
guys
on.
should.
We
Yes,
are
it
on
is an
it.
I
invitation.
think we
Yeah.
need to.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I would be curious to see what you would find.
Okay.
Yeah.
I personally have never,
Had
I've
an
never had an
experience
experience. I don't
or-
feel
yeah.
uncomfortable there. I actually love to be there by myself because I can decompress and relax.
Yeah,
But,
it's your happy place.
but not everyone likes being in there. So
Okay.
Yeah, you guys need to come. So let
Okay.
us know when it
We'll
works,
try
and
that.
we
It's
will.
gonna be like
Yeah.
ghost dinosaurs.
yeah, that would be cool if,
Yeah,
if we
what
could
if it
find a
was?
ghost dinosaur.
Yeah. That would be a new experience for you two.
That would be so awesome.
Humans and dinosaurs.
No.
Instead of hair pulling, we feel like teeth.
Teeth.
marks or something.
Yeah, that would be freaky. I don't know about that.
I was going to tell you, we did, have you heard about the whole thing about driving a Tesla and how you can see?
Oh yeah, you guys talked about that up here at Spanish Fork Cemetery, right?
Yes.
Is that where
yes.
you went?
Did you talk about this one
No,
already?
I don't.
No, I,
We haven't
Okay.
talked about it here. I think it was a side conversation.
Okay.
So yes, tell us.
So I, in social media, I'd seen, can Teslas see ghosts? I'm like, oh, we've got to put this to the
Yes.
test. Who do we know that has a Tesla?
So we had to ask around.
Yes.
I don't know if we
And
can
our
name
cute,
names.
our cute Rochelle.
Rochelle
Yes.
has a Tesla. So we got, was there just 4 of us? I think there was 4 of us in the Tesla.
Well, with
Right.
Rochelle, there was 5.
Okay, there was 5 of us that
Okay.
went in the Tesla, and we just thought, we'll go. We did it, 5, 6 o'clock at night? It
Yeah,
wasn't even dark.
No, it wasn't dark.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we went to the Spanish Cemetery. And we're like, there's no way that this is really good.
Because you're supposed to be able to see them in the camera, right?
Yes, on the camera, you'll
Okay.
see them as a person walking in front of you. We did not get very far in before we saw, it looked like a man walk across and stood by a headstone.
And looking out, you can't see
Nope.
him, but looking
No.
for real.
For
It's
real.
on the camera.
Yes.
Really?
And so, of course, I'm going to get out of the car. And I walked over to where,
Yeah.
and he stood there, right, Kim? Because you were in the car.
So you could see. Did you see Holly in the camera?
We could see Holly with her eyes. Yes, we could
Yes.
see two people.
Two people in the
Yes.
camera.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So,
And
so what do they look like in the camera? I'm
Like a
trying
real
to wrap
human.
my mind
Did
around
it
this.
look
Is
It's a
is
Tesla
okay.
image of a person, like a man. It's
yeah,
or
it
like,
looked like a man.
Mhm.
But how did it look? Because I never got to see it. Me standing next to the
Like
it was
two
just kind
humans?
of like, depending on going in and out. But yeah, you can see, and people say, well, it's the headstones that it's picking up. But over here, there was a soccer
Yeah, there
field
was. There was a
full
soccer
of people,
field.
and you
Uh-huh.
could see them moving, and then
Yes.
by the headstones, and we're like, whoa, this is interesting.
Uh-huh. So if you want something fun to do for Halloween and you have a Tesla, go try it.
How many did you see?
That one was there quite a bit,
Right.
wasn't it?
Yeah,
So
it was
there-
by this young man's grave.
Yes.
And then as we went around a corner, there was another one. And Holly's like, I can
I
feel
can-
that person.
Totally feel that person over there. And when, like Kim said, there was a whole soccer field going on at
So-
the soccer game.
So it was multiple times that you
Yeah.
had that
Well,
experience.
and after
Wow.
that cemetery, we decided to go out to the West Mountain. No, it's the Payson.
It's the Payson one that's on.
outside of town. It's the
Yeah.
Payson West Mountain
Yes.
Cemetery.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And so we pull in there. It's kind of up on a
It's up
hill.
on a hill. It's right off of the exit.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so we went up to that one, and there's a singular headstone here. And we pull up, and we see, like, a person. And so then we go around the whole thing, and we don't really see anything. Somebody was out in the field.
Yes, we saw somebody on a bike. Remember, there was
Mhm.
somebody on a bike.
There was somebody
Yes.
on a bike. A
Yeah.
bicycle came up, and
Uh-huh,
we're
a
like, there's
bicycle came
no
up.
bicycle, no headstones, but a bicycle.
Uh-huh. You could see him riding a bike. Yes.
It was like a person on a
Uh-huh.
bike in the Tesla screen.
Yes.
And we're like, well, that's weird. I've never seen
That
that.
is weird.
Yeah, we've never
Really
seen
weird.
that. Yeah.
And so we going by this headstone, and Holly's like, I can tell this was a really sweet person.
Yes,
Oh.
it was.
She got like a
Oh.
really sweet
I got
vibe.
very emotional and teary-eyed. Yes, with
And-
his headstone.
And there was a picture on the headstone, and you could tell that it was like a Down syndrome
A
person
special needs,
that we
yeah.
saw, and you're like, oh, okay, that
Yep.
explains that.
Yeah.
And so we're kind of rolling forward and rolling back and watching the screen, and then we see this dog.
There was a dog.
There was a dog, and I'm like,
Mhm.
a dog? That's weird. Why?
Yeah.
Why a dog? Well, Lindsay Downey in HR, she said that is actually my uncle's grave
Her husband's uncle or something.
and his
Yeah.
dad
Yes.
on her husband's side,
Yes.
and he was Down syndrome. The
And was that his
uncle,
dog?
and the father was blind
Mhm.
and had a seeing
Oh.
eye dog.
Yeah.
What?
Oh, it was.
Wow.
We
It
were
was-
going,
Uh-huh.
wow.
Oh my gosh.
So he had
That's
passed
awesome.
away, and he had been completely blind and had a seeing eye dog. And we, of course, we had no idea.
No idea.
So it still gives me
Yeah.
cold chills
Yeah,
talking about it.
Wow.
that was really neat.
And so talk about your Tesla confirmation. We hadn't seen a dog anywhere,
yeah.
watching the screen the whole time.
Mhm.
Don't
That-
recommend it. I was super
Well,
car sick.
I've never
Yeah, I
wanted
know.
a Tesla, but that could be fun.
See?
Yeah.
Now you have to get one.
Now I need to get one
Yeah,
just
call,
to
call us if you do.
go around
Yeah.
playing ghosts.
Yes.
So yeah,
That's cool.
That is.
Yeah, we've
really
also
fun.
ghost hunted down with our friend Casey
Yep.
down in Helper. If you
Oh,
want to go
yeah.
somewhere that
Yeah,
has a
the
lot of ghost
Helper
story,
Canyon,
yes,
the White
the
Lady.
White Lady up in Helper Canyon.
Hmm.
Lots of history up there.
Okay.
Yeah.
And historically, there's a lot of white ladies.
Yes, there is.
it's a common theme through ghost sightings. It
Okay.
usually is a woman who has a lot of sadness, lost children, lost loves,
Okay.
you know, has had a lot of loss.
Okay.
And for some reason,
And they're in white.
and they're in
Yeah.
white.
White.
Yeah.
Whether I just went to Grafton this weekend and did just a fun tour there, and they talked about a white lady, a woman who had been expecting to get married. The man went out on a cattle drive and was killed.
Oh.
And the day, and of course, they had no mail system or anything
Right.
like that.
Right.
The day came when he was supposed to be back and they were supposed to be married. She got all dressed up and went to the church and waited and waited and waited. He never showed up. The next day, she got dressed up and waited and waited and waited. And she did that for like a week straight and he never came and she never got word. Well, they finally came back and said, "Oh, I'm sorry, he died." Well, she was devastated and went a little cuckoo, I think, and would wear
Imagine.
her dress.
Oh.
And they said, "We've seen her in this Grafton area." Grafton is an old pioneer. They tried to grow cotton.
Oh, okay.
Now, well, cotton didn't work out so well in southern Utah, but they did find that they could grow mulberry trees and have silkworms.
Oh.
But
Interesting.
Grafton was kind of a failed community with
Okay,
the
yeah, it's a
Indians
ghost town now.
and the Virgin River flooding. So, but anyway, I recommend
Yeah.
it. It's a really fun
Uh-huh.
place to
Very
tour.
neat.
Yes.
Interesting.
Yeah.
But
But we had a lot of fun. There was a group when we went to help her. How many was there?
we made a
8 of
fun
us.
girls trip.
We
yeah.
did. We had a little girls trip and went down to help her, and we had a tour guide, somebody that also works at Casey, and she showed us all around. And she grew up right actually out of the mouth of what did they call that canyon? Spring Canyon.
don't
Yeah,
know. We
where the
called it-
white lady
Mhm.
is.
Okay.
Yes.
Really?
And so Casey and I were up front in the car, and they were in the back being noisy and having fun. And I says, "Casey, do you see up over that hill, there is a white mist going across that?" And she says, "Oh, Holly, I don't see anything." I says, "No, you can't see that, really. There was a white mist going across that." And she says, "Well, that's actually where my brother saw the white lady, was exactly at that same area."
Whoa.
Yes. So really quick, the story of the white lady there, Kim's much better at telling the stories. I have really
Oh.
bad ADHD. The story of the white lady, yes. Really quick.
So when Helper was a active mining town, when lots of husbands and their older sons worked in the mines, and so when they had a explosion or a cave-in, lots of lives were lost.
Yeah.
Well, this particular woman, as the story goes, in one of the cave-ins had lost her husband and her son, both of her means of financial support
yeah.
as well as, people she loved.
And their housing was all dependent on them
Right.
working,
Them working
the
there,
mines.
right.
So when your
Yeah.
loved one who worked at the mine died, you were kicked out. And it
That's
was like,
crazy.
you weren't given a certain time, it was you were done, move.
Pack
We
your
need someone
bags
else
and-
in.
Yep,
so
the
you're
next
out.
person's
Yeah.
coming. And she had a baby. And they wouldn't even look for her to see if they were alive. Cave in, they're all dead. Move on, get out.
Wow.
And so she had a baby, and knowing that she was destitute, I mean, your only options were starvation or prostitution, really,
Yeah. Yeah.
to survive at that time. And she supposedly drowned her baby.
There was a river, a little stream.
In her grief and desperation, drowned the baby, figuring it was better to die that way than starve to death. And then she went to the mining office, and it had a porch on the first story and the second story with railing. And she hung herself off the porch.
Mhm.
And they heard something banging up against the wall, and that's how they found her.
Yeah. The interesting story about Helper is, I didn't know this until we went, is Helper is made of a lot of different
Oh, miners from different
yes,
countries.
from different countries.
Oh, okay.
You had
all
your
over.
Chinese, your
Oh,
Italians,
So-
They had a really strong mob influence.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Oh yeah, the history of Helper. It was really fun
That's
to go downtown
interesting.
Helper, and they
Yeah.
had a really cool museum there.
Yes.
And just a lot of different religions there. And
Mm-hmm.
so when this lady, she had nobody to go back to. They left everything from what country they came from, and she had nobody.
Oh,
Yeah.
that is devastating.
Yeah.
It is.
So there is a lot of stories like that in Utah.
Yeah.
So many places. You don't have to go very far. to
Yeah,
find.
to find
Yeah.
some good
Yeah.
stories.
So those are some of the highlights. We've gone to many places, but her and I did Alcatraz together too.
You
Really?
did?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We did.
Oh.
Was that? Did you feel anything there or not?
You know, I actually didn't.
Okay. Okay.
We also went to the Winchester
We
Mansion.
went to the
Oh, that
Oh,
one's
yes.
cool.
Yeah.
Crazy story there.
Yes.
The woman
Yeah.
who never stopped building her
Yes.
house.
That's a crazy
Yeah.
story.
Yes.
But we went to that. We had a girls. We did spring break and we went. So we have lots of stories. So.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
you will be standing guests on our
Yes,
Halloween
we will have you
episode.
back.
So every year.
Call us then.
And you all have to know that they literally had 5 minutes. I was like, hey, we need you on the podcast. Like, really? Yes. When? Now? And here they are.
And
So
they showed
thank
up.
you so much.
welcome.
And thank you, Michael Harrison, for saying,
Yes.
yes,
you did.
leave your job for a minute and come do another
share
fun
these
job. Yes.
experiences.
Yes. Well, thank you for inviting
You guys are
us.
the
It was
best.
so
Yes.
fun.
Thank
But
you.
follow
Thank you.
us to Go Sue Post.
Yes.
Yes.
We've always got something up our
We
sleeves.
do.